This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Oh, come on. Shit.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. It's a second down run with Sanders. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Wentz on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I got you. I got you. Wide. Get wide. Showing it. Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Wilson dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, it's Carson. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Now Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check the outs. Check the out. Check the out. SOS. 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 He's crashing. He's checking crash.
The first carry for C.J. Procise. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Go. Go.
Go. 4 down.
Check back 47.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Returnable for Lockett. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well
Point
done.
A, B, and C.
What? 53 at the mark. We got it. Check it out,
On 3rd down, it's Carson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
He don't want it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Tight dog.
Check 43.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Alert flare. Jump and roll.
Alert.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Jim. 36. Kill.
Gun.
Hatchet.
Move the team.
Check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson.
Oh, the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Run pass.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Lynch. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working from the gun, Wentz under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Look at the spin.
Balance.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Oh, man.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, 0-0-0.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Check 9, check 9. Deuce.
They'll run with Penny. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 30.
Penny.
You got that.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They run it with Carson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
47's a mark, boys. Friday.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And some space here. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 99. Check 99. 57. 57.
They'll run with Sanders, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz steps away to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A 10-yard touchdown run, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham, his 2nd sack of the night. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz, the connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I don't think you got it, sir. Check.
There's Wilson to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19.
Good. Preload.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the curl. Lefty. Check three.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. To throw is Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Done. 120. Buck. Two times. Three out. He's checking. Crash.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Go. 180. We own it. Solid.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson flushed out right. Now in desperate. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Short throw to Disley. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
Fuck up. Let's go.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Back to throw. Short throw to Disley. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Slant. Check.
They'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Check 50. 53 to Mike. 53. Check. Hey, alert.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Don't be scared of it. Hey, check Mike 57.
He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out. By 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being...
I'm done, baby.